Yo, what is going on, everyone? I am back with another video. I'm going to just be doing a very small comparison between the original LGG Saturn and their new Pro version, and I will also be doing a small comparison of the ZA13-C that I received and the new one that Zowie was kind enough to send out. Lethal Gaming Gear also sent me their Pro version. I'm very, very thankful that they did because I have completely been pilled. I gotta say, as much as I don't even want to put it into words, I am benching my Artisan Zero. The Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn is the only pad I have tried so far that can get me to confidently say I genuinely feel that the Artisan Zero is now dethroned. And I'll get into that much later, but the main thing I want to focus on right now is the main comparisons between the original Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn and their new Pro edition. So something that is definitely noticeable is their pad is 1mm thinner. I genuinely do prefer the Artisan pads that are 4mm thick, but that 1mm is only noticeable because this pad has very good plushiness to it. Another great improvement is the stitching is below the surface. This is the only company other than Artisan that I've seen this amazing level of stitching, and I'm so glad that someone was finally able to do it, because that is definitely something that I really look for in high quality pads is stitching. While I don't feel that the original pad is bad by any means, I just don't prefer feeling the stitching at all. And although I would say that I'm much pickier than the average person, I definitely would say that you could get away with not feeling the stitching on the original Saturn, but this is a guaranteed I do not feel it at all. I only feel the pad itself, and because the surface is so Artisan Zero-like, it is very soft to the touch. One thing that I really do like about this pad is the plushiness that I mentioned just a little bit ago, and the main reason I really do like it on this pad is because it's 3mm. I do prefer the Artisan pads X Soft that are in 4mm because I just like that extra bit of plushiness. I just really appreciate when I can push into the pad and I just feel comfortable. But 3mm is not bad. It probably has a great personality. But the main thing is for everyone to know their preference. Another improvement that I love to see is they are using the most Artisan-like base I have seen on the market. It even has that that fucking great sound when you lift it and take it off. It has like that sticky sound that Artisan pads do also, and I absolutely love that about this pad. And not to say that the original Saturn was bad by any means. You can see that it is laying perfectly flat. Over here, it's just because it's on my mic arm, so over here won't lay flat. You can see me pushing into it and it won't go down. But the original base is also incredible. I didn't have any issues with this moving at all, and now people can have the ease of mind of knowing that this thing will not move unless you physically take it up and put it down somewhere. But yeah, all of the improvements that this pad has made, I will do a more in-depth review on their Venus Pro that I also received. The only reason I'm not doing an in-depth review on their Saturn is because I already previously did a review, although my thoughts have changed. While I don't feel that the original was a true Artisan killer, it was definitely the budget Artisan killer is definitely what I would say, but I feel like this is a definitive Artisan killer. The main reason I want to say that is because of the availability. As everyone knows, the main way you can get an Artisan pad in the US is through Lethal Gaming Gear, through pre-orders, or you go on the Artisan website and wait 2 weeks for it to ship out. The biggest thing with Artisan pads to me is it's not readily available. You have to wait a very long time for them to restock and then also get to, because it has to go from Japan to whatever state you're in. And it's just much easier going through Lethal. For the state specifically, I'm not sure how Canada and everyone else is going to get this pad, but this pad is definitely the closest thing I've ever felt to an Artisan Zero. So if you're wondering if you should get an Artisan Zero or if you should get this pad, just know that Artisan only sells one size, and they just announced that you can get an XL Square, the goated size 500 by 500. That is amazing. They also did say that they're going to be doing a 1000 by 500 desk pad, and with this level of quality, that is going to be absolutely amazing for people, in my opinion. I genuinely love this pad. I don't want to take it off my desk, but I do want to do a review on their Venus Pro, a pad I never truly got to enjoy the original batch of. So going into this new Pro version with all the new improvements, I'm sure my expectations will be met and exceeded. Now on to the very small segment of the Zowie mice. The main things that people are talking about is their new stress relief, because that was like the main thing that was advertised. but they did make other improvements that I really do like. For one, the click quality was definitely something that was lacking on my old copy. You can see how much post travel there are, and these don't feel very stiff. They feel really loose, and they just have a really hollow, dull feeling. I'm very sorry for my hand sweat. I just got out of the shower. But honestly, on their new batch, I can't feel the post travel. I can't even see it in the camera, actually. There is that slight bit of post travel, but thankfully I can't feel it. These clicks are very, very clicky, and these feel like actual Huano switches now, which is amazing to me. Other than the clicks and the stress relief, you can hear that the scroll wheel is also changed, which is another great improvement. So that was the original ZA13, the first batch that I got, and this new one, although this is not as tactile, it still has all the defined steps, which I really like, but it's nowhere near as loud. This is the only scroll wheel I've ever been able to hear through a game. Because I have open back headphones, I don't know why I touched my ear and no one can see my ear, but because I have open back headphones, I was always able to hear the Zowie scroll wheel. Not that it was, you know, annoying or distracting. It's just something that I would note as a reviewer, but now I genuinely can't hear it. With even talking over, I just can't hear this scroll wheel. If I do it like really fast and hard, I can do it, but if I'm just doing this, I can't really hear it, which is great. But yeah, that is pretty much all for my review. Really look out for this pad. I genuinely feel like Lethal is gonna, as much as it pains me to say it, I really think that they are gonna be the main competitors for Artisan in the US at the very least, and I think they're doing a damn good job. These improvements are incredible. I wasn't a huge fan of the original Saturn, although I do know how good it is and how good people could perform with it. I personally love this pad. And if you do happen to have similar preferences to mine, this would definitely be a pad that I would definitely look forward to. The main reason I also recommend this pad is I never recommend people buying the same thing twice. Like, for instance, the Viper Ultimate to the V2, I can't justify that jump in like the same price if you didn't buy it on sale. But this improvement is very, very impressive, and it's only $20 more than the original, and you can get it in a big size, which I love. I genuinely feel like this is a great pad, and I really do hope people do give it a shot, because this Pro series is amazing, and I'm really glad that they did it for the Venus and Saturn, because I do feel like they'll reach a bigger audience with those pads. The Jupiter, I have when it was on sale for 15, and I definitely don't feel like that is a pad for everyone. It is a very mind-boggling pad because the initial friction is low, but the stopping power is like an Odin Eclipse. It is just super weird. But yeah, that's pretty much all for the small update video. I am supposed to be making a video on 3 pads that a company sent me. I am very busy the next 2 days, so hopefully sometime next week, Wednesday, I'll be able to record it and edit it and put it out. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next upload. Peace.
I'm getting like 400.
No. I'll use my body. My ult makes me angry. Top boxes, top boxes. Nice. He's mid. Fake teleport. Nice. Fake teleport. Hey, 你一上来了，快拿去。